Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first and 2, dumps it off for Geis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Gomez. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Gomez, operating from the gun. Got him out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Geis, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Everyone's got 4. 4 down.
Here's Gomez looking to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Geis with the carry on second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Throwing is Gomez on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Four down.
The hunt. 180.
Mike 20.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He finds some open field here. Oh, now he bowls him over. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Cousins on first down. And a catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That was second down throw for Cousins. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's go.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Crash.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
57's Mike.
Rhino, Rhino!
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Gomez to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 2, watch 2.
Gomez now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
All right, now here we go, oh.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. Out. 3 down. Out. Switch. Jam.
First down. Here's Cousins. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
All right, now
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tight end's right. Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Check.
Rhino!
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
I got number 8.
Ringo.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Sanders has it over the middle. They will take it in for a Bengals touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Operating from the gun, Gomez. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot!
Now Gomez throwing on first down. Flushed out right. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
Check.
Hot! Hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll check it down to Geis, and he gets it down to the 32. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Gomez off the play fake. Steps away to his left. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Throwing is Gomez to throw on 3rd down. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, 382, Liz 50. To hot.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down, Cousins. Caught Eifert over the middle. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Easy. 4 down. Even. 300. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Crowder now to return. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Gomez looking to throw on 2nd down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Detroit!
On the handoff, it's Geis. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
To hot! 180!
is Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Crowder. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Gomez now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Dice receives the pitch. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
4 down, 4 down.
To throw is Cousins. And he'll be out right at the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go, let's go.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Cousins. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Tyler Eifert. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch tight end. Alert. 3 down.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Two tights. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Rhino! Sahan! 180!
Cousins to throw it this time. He's got his man, Boyd. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptom. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch 80. Watch 80.
Off play action. Gomez. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Gomez operating from the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now here's Ross. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Check Nick.
Hey, Oscar!
Mike's 50 seconds.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Baby, all day. Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Out.
Again, it's Mixon. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Touchback. They'll start the drive at the 12.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Gomez. Off play action. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Gomez on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
We got three down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Gomez to throw again. Airing one out for Crowder. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw. Gomez. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. John Simon in on the stop.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Oh, yeah!
Gomez now to throw on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Gomez from the gun, he'll throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Gomez operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. And he lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Got his man, it's Eifert. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11. So quick on the spin.
Oh, he's spinning, man.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
4 down. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Leopard. Leopard.
Throwing is Gomez. Throwing on first down. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Two tight. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
Gomez on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey.
To throw again. Gomez. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Cincinnati, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4.